Evening, chaps. How's tricks? We've got Facebook in a minute. We've got Chris and Alistair. How you doing, fellas? Can only name the people that talk on the chat, so can't see who else is there. And YouTube, we've got Vesta Collins, Scaly Models Mike, aka Dad, Stephen, Sue Ice Cream, Plastic Monkey Paul, Stephen Cashjoy, and Graham. I think that's everybody. Looks like it. Yep. So, Paul, Plastic Monkey, what you like? So what's he do? He swaps from his phone to his PC. So on his phone he says hello, and on his PC he goes into this coming Sunday's chat and wonders why it's quiet. And Scaly Model's dad's no better. So again, another week where they've all got confused. How you doing, Wayne? Good to see you, fella. So yeah, what's been happening? Oh, a lot. I was at the men's shed all day till about 4:30. Then got in, grabbed my dinner, and then I'm in here. So kind of a little bit tired. I had to oversee some contractors putting up some security fencing, so I had to deal with that. I've been festified. Do you like that, Colin? Festified. Evening, Mark. How you doing? So I've been festified, and I shall show you before we carry on. So, oh, wonderful. Vesta sticker. See that? Vesta sticker. And a Scaly Models one. The red one. Evening, Ian. So, Vesta stickers. How did I get it? Well, apparently to join the Vesta clan, you have to send a picture of yourself with lipstick on and high heels. And apparently this is the norm. So, any of the Vesta clan know any different, you better tell me because I think I've been conned. Nah, so seriously, all good. Colin was kind enough to, at Vesta 67's workshop, print me a bottle holder with Vesta 67's workshop. Models for Heroes, which is all good because I'm a volunteer for them and I do a lot of stuff for them. And then Modelers United on the side, look at that. And I pimped it up a little, I gave it a little bit of dry brush in there. So all good on in the hood. And then I got one for the bigger bottles, the 60ml bottles. And then I got, look at that, one for my crystal clear set and soul, and a little brush handle bit in there as well. So all good. Thank you very much, Colin. You're a legend. All good. So that's me being festified, and of course all best laid plans and all that carry on because I've been so busy sorting out this security fencing and stuff. I haven't got round to doing anything more on this, including the touching up and the Aqua Gloss. So that's what's on the agenda for today. Get that finished, touched up, Aqua Gloss, and I'll probably do the props and the wheels and a couple of other bits and bobs. And we'll take it from there because I just never got round to it. Too busy. That's all. You can see the finish on it. It's great. All good. So that's the plan. Get this touched up. And Aqua. So hope everyone's been keeping all right. Oh, I'm gonna have to put this on my lap for 2 seconds. I'll get my line right. Alright. And because it's just a little touching up really, it's just literally a few seconds with the airbrush. That little bit there. A little bit just there. Can control that one. Evening, Conrad. See, you don't have this hassle, Conrad, because you're a hairy sticker. A little bit around there like that. I think that's only a bit. A little bit at the back there, on the front, sorry. I'll try and get that. Just got to get this touched up before I Aqua Gloss everywhere. And I'm back again. Evening, Phil. How you doing? Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Feel like I'm masking the whole silly thing again. Yeah. This side, same couple of bits really. Hi John, how you doing? Good to see you. Cheers, buddy. Always nice to see someone from France. I'm just gonna try and get that in there. Get this right. There. So keep it clean. I always thought Sue keeps everything clean. Just putting a little bit on here in case of any overspray. Shouldn't be any, but you never know. There. There we go. Happy bunny. And we'll get that touched up if I get the right black. Yeah, I think, Paul, I think it's his translation malarkey. Carry on. I think that's what it is, buddy. You find that sometimes. I have a guy in Sweden that I've known for many years, and the first thing he says to me is, "Hello, Fred, my darling." And yeah, bless him. So I think it's a translation kind of thingy. I mean, all this carry on just for this little tiny bit. Touching it up. Yeah. Evening, Tim. Evening, Ron. So there, that should be good now. Lovely job. I like to remember to do that straight away, because otherwise you end up forgetting, and you do your final photos and you're like, I forgot that bit. Just get it done and then that's it. Now, there you go, all touched up. None under the wing root bits now. All good. So while I've got the black in here, what I'm going to do is, that's the old rear chappy there, isn't it? Is it? No, that's the front one. No, that's the back. No. Right. The back. That's it. Cool. So, we've got this black going. Just gonna clamp her on there. And the back one. Try and clamp that. That's quite wide, isn't it? Blue tack. It is. Fred, you said that you was using 8 psi. Can you use that around the windows without masking, or a lower psi? It's not just the psi, mate. I adjust the back here as well to give a really small spray pattern, so then you get more control of where it's spraying, if that makes sense. So when you're spraying, you can actually see the fine, you know, where you're painting to, and then you can just move up closer. I wouldn't risk it around clear parts, to be honest, especially me. Just wouldn't be a wise thing for me to do. I would knock it over. I would knock it over. That's because I've left the lid off the paint, and Colin's gonna go, yeah. There, Colin. Before he tells me off. Yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't risk it around clear parts. But yeah, I mean, I spray it. I've got a 0.3 needle, so I spray at about 8 psi. But sometimes I don't pull right back on the trigger, so I'm actually less than 8, if you know what I mean. But it's all about that back bit, adjusting that, so you go from a wide spray pattern to a smaller one, and then you can control it good. It's just the way I do it. There's my little rear gunner down there. And for the wheels, I'm going to use cocktail stick. Now that's too loose, so just nip the ends off. Cocktail stick there, toothpick, whatever you want to call it, and then I can wedge it in there, and that's tight enough for me to be able to paint. Just while I got the black on the go. See? That one's a little loose there. I need to nip a little bit more off. Hi Ian, Peter, Michael, Jim, John, and whoever else. Nice shiny wheel. Won't be shiny for long. And I've just done that, and I've realised that this bit should be in black rubber tyre by Alclad. So I'll change that after. Now, it's for the bubble windows and Nimrod instead of masking them. Blue tack. Blue tack, white tack, whatever you want to call it. That's what I use, mate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, out of paint. Cheers, Sue. Yeah, don't forget to give the old thumbs up and whatever. All good. Good man, Graham. Wonderful props in the black. Make sure I get them edges, because the edges are always a bugger on these. There you go. Wonderful prop there, look. Stick it out there. So I have rubber gloves, and like most of us, forget to put them on. So I'm going to have a black finger by the looks of it a little bit, as you do. Clean there. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just sticking on them Tamiya paint stand thingamajigs. I think that's it for the black. For that black anyway. Should be a male giving a female roses. Equal opportunities world nowadays, mate. Yeah, there's Dad piping up on here, you know. Cool. All good. So we'll now do all that in the right colour. The wheels, anyway. We'll get the wheels in the right colour this time, black tyre rubber instead of the silly. Hi Stephen, how you doing? Anybody had problems contacting Alclad from their website? When did you send the email, Stephen? It might be they were just really busy and missed it. Right. We should try again with the wheels, but in the right black this time. Instead of the wrong black. There's more than one black, you see. That's the tyre rubber. It'll go matte when it's dry. Hi Sarah. For a week or so you've tried twice. The kids just be very busy, mate. I know that they're kind of inundated at the minute. And obviously with COVID and everything else, not making any excuses or anything, but the staffing levels would be a lot lower. Yeah. So what I've done there, I've done the props a slightly different black to the nose. That's what I've just done there. And then I went and dropped it. So I've turned the pressure right down. I've turned the spray pattern right down. I'm just going to the edge of that prop. And then outwards. Like so. Get the other two done. Hi Sarah, how are you? Sarah, when I was cleaning the garden up one day, I was scratched all over and never like them as I sneezed. Oh dear. Graham, Fred, I don't like giving flowers. It's bucket time. I've never been given a bunch of flowers, to be honest with you. I've had people try and give me a bunch of fives, but not a bunch of flowers. Hence the word try. So we've just got a slightly two-toned black there. Hi Warren. How you doing, pal? So yeah, this is all stuff that should have been done today and yesterday that I never got a chance to do. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's better. I'm allergic to 12 warm-blooded mammals, so allergic to myself. It's there, right? You're like, sent a very polite letter. Then I had received a bad bottle of milk grey and all bits of painting. Having to sieve it through a fine mesh. I've got no idea, mate. To be honest, you know, I live about 500 miles away from them. So for me to contact them, it's no different to everybody else contacting them. If you know what I mean. Ah, the mil spec greys. There's quite a few of them. Yeah, no problem, pal. No harm in asking, you know. Just I'm just 500 odd miles away, you know. I have to go through the same means as everybody else to contact them. So I haven't got a magic solution for you, I'm afraid. Which it'd be nice if I had, but I haven't, sadly. I do know they're snowed under like mad with work. I do know that much. But that's all I know. Right, so we've got our wheels there, and like you see, it's a different black. It's a slightly different black. It's still not jet black. There is a matte black as well, but that's the rubber black. So they're pretty much ready for the old Aqua Gloss. The props are ready for the Aqua Gloss. Turret here will be in green, so I could do that, I suppose, because that will be green. A little clamp on the end there, because that's the middle one. You know, that's that middle turret that sits up here, and that's green there. So we shall go with some green. You can see it. What did I do with it? So we'll get our old turret done as well while we're at it. And then we can just Aqua Gloss the whole lot then, rather than messing around. Make sure there's no cleaner left coming out. Put the lid on before Colin moans. quite interesting actually. I was watching on Amazon Prime, and it's called Night Bombers. I tell you, if you like Lancasters and you don't mind like the old 80s kind of filming, because that's what it was. A really good program. I was quite surprised because I know that, there you go, I know that the bombs underneath were kind of like an olive drab, but it's quite shocking how when they've got them on the bomb trolley, apparently it's the only original colour footage in World War II. I think it was like 1944 near the end, and they were going to bomb Berlin, and it was amazing to see because you could see the colour of the bombs, and they were stored outside. So they're like real blacky, mucky kind of olive drab. Now you see the yellow band and the red bands on the bombs. We all try and get it perfect, you know. We try and get them bands perfect, nice straight lines and all that. Absolute hogwash. I'm never going to try that again. It was such it looked like someone had just got a spray can and just gone whoosh round it. It was a mess. And the two red rings around the middle of the bombs and the yellow bit at the end was all like that. It was just total, like, it looked like a 5-year-old had done it. So there you go. So we're all sitting there trying to get our bombs looking perfect and everything else. Forget it. Absolutely no point. Because they were never like that. And I was quite surprised. I was like intrigued, in fact. I was staring at them. And I saw the cookie bomb too. It was quite amazing to watch, you know. You've seen it. It's an awesome film. Yes, Ron. Yeah, definitely. Oh, an eye opener for sure. Um, you know, seeing the way the bombs were stored and the colour of them and the way they looked and stuff like that. It was just like wow. And then seeing the cookie bomb, and I didn't realise that the bombs were stored outside, and then they would take the bombs that they want to use and take them into a building to have the detonators put in, and then they were tracted out and all that, and then they would pull the safety pins out or wires out of the cookie bomb. And they were saying that a few times the cookie bomb actually blew up when they were doing it with a dodgy timer, and blew up 6 or 7, I think they said. I was like, whoa, imagine that, blew up 6 or 7 Lancasters just because of a dodgy timer on a cookie bomb, you know? It was like, my God. I mean, I heard of the Grand Slam bomb falling and all that kind of carry on. Can you name the film, Fred? Cheers. Yeah, it was called um, Night Bombers. It's on Amazon Prime, mate. Just type in Night Bombers and it comes up. Really good. Another really good one that I watched the other day on Netflix, and it was quite heartwarming because I recognised a lot of the names, and you don't realise that most of these Battle of Britain pilots sort of died from kind of 2000 onwards, and a lot of them were only in the last kind of like 10-15 years, which is quite shocking. I'm trying to think what it was called. Uh, Man, what did I call it? What was it called? I'm just trying to have a quick butcher's and have a look, because I did say to somebody else about it. Let's have a quick peek while I'm doing this. Battle of Britain, Empty Skies. That's another really good one to watch. It's all interviews with the original kind of aces and all that lot, and it's just brilliant. I really enjoyed it. It's a 2020, that one. And when you see Jeffrey Wellham and Tom Neal and, you know, all the kind of ones that we know survived it. And I mean, Jeffrey Wellham only died in 2018, you know? It's like, wow. And to actually see him and see the guys, you know, it was awesome. I saw a documentary where they mentioned the Grand Slam bomb and release on the Lancaster Rose bomb. Yes, that's true, Sarah, yeah. I've read quite a lot about the Grand Slam bomb. And the minute they let go of it, the plane just jerks right up. And the same with the cookie bomb, not as high, you know, but even when they let go of the cookie bomb, the plane went boom a bit, and it was like trying to control it because they were worried. They were all timed, and say like on that night bombers, there was 600 odd air bombers going to Berlin. 4 of them, I think, were mosquitoes. I might be wrong, might be a little bit less than that, something like that. And the rest were the Lancasters. They all had their certain coordinates, so they were all kind of spaced above and below and around. And they're all given certain times when to drop the bomb. So when you drop the bomb and the plane jumped up, you got to watch that you didn't hit the the Lancaster above you, or when, you know, oh man, the complexity of it all is just, it's gobsmacking. I love all that kind of carry on. I think it's great. So I'm just going to do a little bit of brown on this bit of canopy. Colin, for your bottle holder comment, pal, buddy, I can send you another photo of me in a high heels and that. That's done for the 60mm bottles, and these are the little 30mm bottles. So I haven't actually got a holder for them, buddy. But I'll talk to you because there's, you know, we have chat that we need to deal with. So I'm just gonna seen that one on Netflix. My grand sister worked at the munitions factory during the Second World War. Oh, cool. We have one in the next. I excuse everybody that knows me that lives here. In the next village, they call it a town up here in Scotland. But when you're from England, I class this as a village. Right. I've got to swap hands and I'm left-handed, so this is not going to end well. It's not too bad. I'm just doing this front canopy as well, more I can. Like that. You thought they called it a tune? Yeah, they do. And a runabut. My Scottish pals are like, you see, you runabut. What's that all about? Can't even say the word roundabout, you know. And Doug. I've took my dog for a walk. Evening, Richard. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, pal. Cheers, mate. Hi, Darlo. Sorry. Yeah, Darlo, is it? Darlo, Hector, and Dave, Carlo, and anyone else I missed. No worries, pal. I've got to talk to you anyway. Just a little tweak on the 60mm one. It's no problem at all. You're so kind to even done it for me, let alone me coming up with other ideas. Oh, turn it up now. Now I'm not doing the canopy. That's better. Right, so there we go. We've got a canopy done as well. There's all. Totally scale models. Evening, Steve. I got all your names written down. Totally scale models. Evening, Steve. Do you could fit a motor? Do you think you could fit a motor that is 12 by 26mm inside engine nauticals? No idea. But what I have done, I got from China some little tiny motors, little flat ones, and they literally on the tip of my finger, and I fitted it in a 172 Hurricane and got the prop spinning. That was awesome. So I know you can get little motors to do it. I think they were only like 50p each or something. They weren't dear. They're really cool. And like I said, I fitted in a 172 Hurricane, which is small, and I got it working lovely with the prop going. So there's my canopy all sprayed out, as you can see. I've still got my little hole there for the window, and I'll pop that in. So we are really ready. I'm going to aqua gloss this now, because when I have it upside down and start working on the bombs and the undercarriage and that, I don't want to damage the paintwork on the top here. So I'm going to aqua gloss the lot. I've done the same for a 172 A400. Yeah, it's great fun when you do it and it works. Dad, have you heard of a deer in Ayrshire? That is where my auntie worked with the bombs, and is an airsoft centre. Plus, that has been used as a training area for the military and police. Oh, cool! I'm actually in Ayrshire. I didn't know that there was one there. I'm on the west coast. I'm not actually in Glasgow like all my profile says and that, because your mum always tells you, don't tell everybody where you live. So I'm actually in Ayrshire myself, buddy. I'm near Irvine, kind of between Irvine and Largs, if you want to look it up. If I walk for about 6 hours over, I call mountains, Scottish people call them hills. If I go over the mountains, I'm in Largs. So, land of the Viking Festival. That's a whole different other story. Right, Aqua Gloss. Why do I use it? Makes the colour on the aircraft come out the right colour, protects it, and it also gives you a good base for your decals if you're using them, unlike Richard Roberts that likes to do everything with masks. There we go. Now we'll just Aqua Gloss away. Quite milky, but it comes out crystal clear once it's dry. So when you airbrush it, it kind of comes out like a sheen, which is all good. See what I mean? It's quite milky looking when it goes on, but it dries clear on it's finished. And it's water-based acrylic. And in my hut, it dries very quickly. Boom, 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 boom. Trying to get all the fuselage bits first. I love this stuff. Much better than the floor alternative, as they use, some people use. Super. No. She's saying now, check out my Bang Bag Live, yeah. See, I've been offered 3 of them photos, Fred. I've been offered £3 for them photos, Fred. Shall I take it? I'll give you a £5. I thought I looked quite good in them photos, apart from the beard, of course. How are you, Graham? Oh, right. Yeah, I'm in Cabernet, mate. That's probably not how you say it in Scotland. Hence why I'm doing the lockdown, I'm doing the crash site projects, because we've got a Wellington in our hills and a de Havilland Devon and a Vickers Viking plane wrecks in our hills. So I used to go to air show, but they've stopped doing it, you know. Not because of COVID, they just sure there was an argument in here about funding and stuff. So do you go to any of the model shows, Graham? Like Perth and Scale Scotland and all that lot, in Glasgow. So we're all Aqua Gloss stuff on that. All good in the hood. And I'm just going to do the same on the props, because the main reason is I'm going to be masking these to do the yellow on the tips, because I spray everything, as you may have noticed. The only thing I'm not going to Aqua Gloss is the tyres. I'm going to leave the tyres. Never been to one yet. Oh, mate. Right. When the shows are back on, I'll let you know. I do find out quite regular, so when they're on again, Graham, I'll let you know. And you shall go and we shall hook up and say hello. Because the model club that's on behalf of Models for Heroes and that I run, they'll be displaying there at the Scottish shows. And there'll also be a trade stand of mine there as well. So yes, be worth hooking up and having a laugh and whatever. Shame about the Scots Nats up there. Yes, yeah. Scots Nats is been cancelled, along with most other events. So I said it last year, or there's always next year, and this year I'm gonna say it. There's always next year. There will be a time we will all get going again, and things will work out, and we'll all make it through, and we'll all be at Telford and all the other shows, and we'll all get hooked up and say hello and all that carry on. Oh, evening, Michael. How are you? When I do kits, I use gloss and matte varnish. Yep, same as Ron. What I do is I do all this with the aqua to give it that sheen, so the decals go on nice and I don't damage your paintwork and all that kind of carry on. So that means I can flip it over and play underneath and do everything and not worry about damaging the paint. Then I put the decals on, but because decals are always bright coloured and shiny and all that, and they look bloody awful. So what I do is I give it a clear coat flat matte, and I do that right at the end before I take off all the canopy masks and that. And I do the flat coat, and it takes that shine off your decals and just everything else and makes it look nice. Did you get the invite to our new Facebook group? I've got 8 notifications, mate, but I can't see them because I'm live at the minute. But I'll look when I'm done. Still not sure if Telford will happen this year. Yeah, nobody knows. Who knows? Hopefully, we got something to look forward to, but that's it. Cheers, Fred. Do you know that there was a model shop in Ayr run by an Irish fella? Yes, there was one in the Ayr town centre, because I go there for my eye, because I lost this vision in this eye, so I have to go to Ayr to a specialist. And there used to be a model shop in Ayr in the town centre, and online, if you Google it, it's there and it's open according to Google. But when I asked locals, it's been gone for years. There is another model shop. I don't think it's a shop though. I think you online only, but I could be wrong. And it's in an industrial estate in Ayr. Now, Ali, who will be watching either on Facebook or YouTube, he knows the company name because he's ordered from there before. And it's I think it's a warehouse that, like a lockup. in an industrial estate. Yes, Graham, so do I, but we're not allowed to say apparently. It said that please don't make it public yet. But we got this whole list of air shows and museums leading up to that event, and they're all cancelled. So yeah, make it a wish. What's everyone saying? Been meaning to go to a Perth show for years. Perth's all right, mate. Yeah, it's quite a big one. It's not bad. It's not like a huge one. There's nothing that compares to Telford. Nothing at all. Just you see, if you go to Telford, no other show is the same. You know, but I enjoy all the shows. You can't remember the name. Alistair can't remember the name, Graham. See, when I find out who it is, Graham, I'll catch you on YouTube, either on Festive Stream or mine, and I'll let you know the company, mate, and I'll send you a link because they're based in there. Because I was quite surprised. MM1 Models, he's open. I know the fella. Is that who it was, Alistair? Alistair's on Facebook. No worries. It's one that's ideal for your Lanc. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll double check. So, passing messages between the two. Alistair. MM1 Models. Was that it? So, if I remembered to actually remove the silly kitchen paper before I'd done that. So there you go. See the slight shine to it now, where it was matte last, before. It's not like a high gloss, but it's enough to give you your decals and protect your paintwork. Another thing I do with it is dip canopies in it, and it gives it ultra shiny. See, so there you go. Alistair's probably hunting YouTube, hunting the internet. So there's my props. So I've got the fuselage black on the nose, but the props I've done in a rubber tyre black. So it's just that little two-tone black there, subtly. But they've got to have yellow tips on them. We'll get them next time. And there's my little centre turret, all ready to go on. So all good. They're all dry as well. So we're all good to go. Ready to start working underneath again. There's my tyres there. Tyres. All good. Yes, it is. MM1 Models. That's right, Graham. Yeah. So you know the fella. Tell him I wanted discounts. Oh dear. Right, that's me for today. That's my hour, and I'm going to go in and have a whiskey because it's been a long day. Get that right camera right. There we go. So that's it for today. I got more done more I expected, to be honest with you. Cheers, Michael. You said that Lanc's coming on nicely. Oh, right, Graham, he says it's next to the Plum Centre. So there you go. Next to the Plum Centre, mate. If you know where that is. Yeah, he says he knows him. All right for some, isn't it? Right, that's it for me. Take care, everyone, and stay safe. Thanks for popping by. Now, as I told you before, I will be changing things a little. So on Thursday at 7 o'clock, my next live, I'll be on the Turpits. And then Sunday at 7 o'clock, I'll be back on the Lancaster. Just to split it up a little, as you do. So that's it. No worries. Take care and see you all soon. Bye for now. Oh.